Hello everyone, this is the Australian Coin Collector and welcome back to my channel. If this is our first time meeting, this channel focuses on anything numismatics, coin collecting and precious metal related. So if you are interested in any of that, please like and subscribe. Anyway, today I thought I'd share this Florin album with you. If you didn't already know, this is a Dansko album, and if we open it, you'll see that each page has holes in it with a plastic sheet that you can open, and the plastic sheets protect each side. So you can open the plastic sheet, slide it out like this, you'll put the coin in, and then you slide it back closed again, so it's once again protected. Now this is one of the top ways to protect your coins and one of the best ways to store it, and it was produced by Dansko, which is an American company, and they made these albums for countries all over the world's coins. Now unfortunately they stopped producing them some time ago, but their albums are one of the top albums in the industry. So the two types of albums that they produced are these plastic sheet ones where you can see both sides, and the other was a push-in album where you push in the coin, but unfortunately in that one you can't see the other side, and there's a little bit less protection, which is why those ones are a little bit cheaper. Now since they aren't produced anymore, they are getting quite expensive. This one, the album costed alone $50, but they are really useful for storing coins and they're really high quality. Now this is my first Dansko album, but I'm hoping in a few years I'll have a full set of Dansko album sets for all the pre-decimal coins. Of course not including the really expensive ones like the 1930 penny, but I'll have most of them hopefully. Anyway, there are separate holes for each coin, which also displays their mintages under them and the year. So I've filled these with all the foreign coins that I have right now, but I'll be working to finish this album and then I'll be moving on to some of the other pre-decimal denominations. Anyway, let's show you this Dansko album. Now if we close this first, you'll see that on the front, of course, it says Australia Florin, and you also see that it's a leather-bound book, so it's pretty high quality. Then if we open it up, you'll notice that it is divided by monarch. So you've got King Edward VII here. He was only in power for the minting of the 1910, because that's when Australia started minting the coins. Then we've got King George V, which is, he ruled from 1911 to 1936, or at least that is when these coins were produced with his effigy on it. We've also got King George over here. And the next page is King George VI, and this is from 1938 to 1952. Then if we flip it over, you'll see Queen Elizabeth II, which the coins were from 1953 to 1963. And then at the bottom, you've got the commemorative florins. So that's the 1927 Canberra, 1934 to 1935 Melbourne Flaming, the 1951 Jubilee, and the 1954 Royal Visit. And then you've got this writing here. Now if we go to the start, I think I'm going to show you these coins. So this first one here is from 1910. It's not too bad condition. This one here, let's see if I can zoom in. There you go, a bit better view. So this one here is the 1910. Not too bad condition, and as I said, it's the only one with King Edward VII on it. There we go. Then flip this back over. You've got the 1911, and this one has a mintage of 950,000. And we've got the 1912 with a mintage of 1 million. So this 1911 is in pretty good condition. 1912 not as good. And then you get the 1913 with 1.2 mil, and the 1914 with 2.3 mil. And after that, we've got 3 low mintage coins. We've got the 1914H over here. This one only has 500,000 mintage. And for that mintage, it's in remarkably good condition. Then we've got the 1915, same mintage. Fortunately, not as good condition. And lastly, the 1915H with a mintage of 750,000. Not too bad condition. Alright. I think personally that the 1950H probably has a grade of around 83 or G4. Anyway, let's show you the obverse. So as you can see, they are all the same obverse, some more detailed than others due to the wear. Now if we zoom out here, you'll also notice these three I don't have the coins for yet, but hopefully we can get them soon. So we'll move on to more of the King George V coins. So first one you have here is the 1928. This one, if you might remember, I unboxed in a previous video, in which we were unboxing a bunch of Australian pre-decimal silver coins, and quite a few of these coins were from that unboxing in that lot. Anyway, this one's in pretty good condition, considering how long it's been in circulation, which is around 93 years. Then we've got the 1931, and this one's got a mintage of just over 3 mil. Not as good as condition, but still pretty good. And we'll move on to 1936. This one's got around 5 mil, and this one's quite a common King George V florin, and it's in okay condition. Unfortunately, it has been cleaned, which is a bit of a shame, but it's still got a lot of history, and it's still made of silver. And if we flip it over, you can see the obverse, and you'll see that one's the 1928 over here, and it's quite detailed. And we'll move on to the King George VI florins. So we'll start up here with the 1940, mintage of around 8.5 mil. That one's also being cleaned, unfortunately. And then we've got the 1941. This one's really lustrous. And we've got the 1942. This one's a pretty common coin with 18 mil mintage. 1943, and then the 1943S. Now these coins here, or these ones here, they were minted during the Second World War, which I find really fascinating. That these coins have come from so long ago. Now, if you notice, you've got the S mint marks on these two coins here. And that's because during World War II, Australia got some of their coins from San Francisco, from America. So that's why they got the S mint mark. So we've got the 1943S from San Francisco, 1944 and 1944S also from San Francisco. Then if we move down here, we've got the 1951 with the mintage around 10 mil. Unfortunately, this one has obviously been cleaned, pretty obvious there, which is a shame. It's always a shame when these coins have been cleaned. They're still really nice, but then again, they lose the qualities of not clean coins, of like original coins. And then we've got the obverses here. The King George VI effigy. There you go. And then we've got the last page, and we got the Queen Elizabeth II coins, 1954 and the 1957. So a mintage of around 14.5 mil and 9.5 mil. Unfortunately, these both have been cleaned as well, which is also a shame. But they carry a lot of history. You might notice I don't have many coins in this album over these pages. Hopefully I can get a few more in the future, in a few lots that I can buy. But one thing I also forgot to point out is from 1946 onwards, it's all composed of 50% silver. Well, all these coins before, including the King George V coins and the King George VI coins up to 1945, were sterling silver, which is 92.5% silver. So these coins I don't have, but I've also got don't have these commemoratives in this album. I do have some of these coins, but they're in the typeset, so maybe I might try to get a second one of each of them to put in this album. Anyway, that's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon.